So this is the kind of structure that we've been using so far for paediatric history taking. If you've got your own, by all means use that. I just find this helps me remember what to ask. So same as you would with an adult, but just to, after you finish your your hematosa, your past medical history, and all those kind of questions on general health and social history, you'll need to ask about the birth and the pregnancy. So it might be worthwhile splitting it into three really. So pregnancy is one. The birth. So was it a natural birth? I wouldn't say normal vaginal delivery. So was it a natural birth or was it cesarean section? Were there any complications? And then was there any specific aftercare you had afterwards, or was it fairly routine? Antepartum, interpartum, and postpartum. So kind of areas to focus on. And then you're up to date with your immunisations. You can ask about the red book if you want as well. And then happy with his development. And then nutritional history, really, I would only talk about that in infants, unless it's directly relevant in an older child. But generally, breastfeeding, bottle feeding, and all the details about how they clean the bottles and all that kind of stuff. I think that's really just for infants less than 1 year old. Yeah, we include so if they're not potty trained, so they're really young baby or young toddler, so you want to ask them about frequency of nappy changes. So how often do you change the nappies? How often do they get wet? How often do they get dirty? Has there been any change in terms of the smell or the appearance of the the stool or the urine? Those kind of things. You can ask about blood as well. You can ask about crying when she pees. And then if it's relevant, again, you can ask about or screen for any signs of an accidental injury, but you must have a plan for how you approach that. So you must ask it very sensitively. A good way to start is maybe just talk about who's at home. Just give you an idea of what the support network for the child is, and then they might offer you or give you some clues that might suggest that there might be some kind of non-accidental injury might be part of this case. So yeah, keep it a nice broad kind of question about home, and then if there is something going on, they will tell you that at that point. They'll give you the clues that you need. And then yeah, so ideas, concerns, expectations. As always, that's always kind of at the forefront. That can be that's put here at the end of the history here, but really it could be anywhere in history, wherever feels most natural, and do respond to any cues there and then. And once you do enter the ideas, concerns, expectations, can finish it. So get answers to all three questions there and then. And then impact. So yeah, that's important. The kind of psychosocial impact, sleep, and those kind of things. Ability to carry out day-to-day things. And if you've got time to recap, and that's mostly for yourself. So I wouldn't have that as an essential thing. Only really I would summarise if it helps you at this stage, because you're the one that's collecting the information, trying to understand the situation. I think the summary in the end of the management, on the other hand, that's kind of more for the patient, just to make sure they've understood everything and they've absorbed all the information that you've told them.